Dadovitchnic. G'day all, Dadovitchnic here. In my last episode I showed collecting all the villages, and I did point out at the time that to do that I created a railway tunnel which was fairly extensive and ran along at level 10. One of the things I wanted to point out is that this is a great way to get extra resources, which is why I did that. Plenty of cobble, a few leftover materials there from building the village and collecting the villages. Lots more cobble, a bit of sandstone from the other end. One of the villages is in a desert biome, so that'll be quite handy, and plenty of sand. And of course all the good stuff. Now bear in mind I did have a fortune peck. Believe it or not, it was a level 20 on a stone, on an iron pick that gave me a fortune 2, which sort of gave me a good advantage in collecting all the materials. I had a lot more iron, but I ended up using a lot of that to create more of the railway tracks. Now, I did have a diamond pick which I used to clear out some of the obsidian that I used. That is back over in the other area. I don't normally carry it around. Anyway, the reason I wanted to show off redstone and that stuff now is because I want to use that. I wanted to show it before I used it. Back again. This time I wanted to show off my spider XP farm. When I was mining this area out, I was lucky enough to find 5 spider spawners. Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. Within a 16 block radius, which is just unbelievable. But I've got one problem child in the middle that I can't get to work at all. One is in that box there. There's a further one behind here, another one up here. Now the other 2 are further across. The one problem child I've got in the middle here, you poor thing I hear you say, is this one here. I haven't incorporated it because from the positioning of my spider killer, basically no matter what I did, these would always track me and always back up the system. So I've basically just left this one out, so I'm currently only using 4 of them. Now one thing I have noticed, I don't know whether this is common knowledge or not, but the spiders are a lot better at going up than they are down. So what I am thinking of doing is actually raising this entire mechanism up higher. Now I'll have to cut out everything again. I actually filled it all back in. I'll have to dig it all back out again and raise this up higher. As I said, I found that they tend to track up a lot better than they track down. At any rate, apart from that, it's just a very simple spider spawner. You can either kill them with this or use a potion if you've got a lot of them. Now, one of the other reasons I came here was to offload all this stuff. Ready for my next experience farming. All that wool is just being gathered from spider string, and I think I've got enough spider eyes to sink a battleship. The killing mechanism's in behind there, just very simple, gnaw latch with a timer. Yeah, so that's the spider spawner so far. Like I said, it requires more work, so I'll have another go at it some other time. Right, back again in the Crystal Palace, and I'll show you my latest addition, which is basically a very large hole in the floor. If you go back to one of my initial world tours, you'll see that this had a separate set of steps going down, and at the bottom I had a piston door with a boat dock. Because I've basically just taken to using the railway system upstairs, this whole thing became a bit redundant. So what I've done here is dug a shaft down to the ravine, and I continued that shaft all the way down to level 12. What I'm going to do here is build a zipper style elevator. It's just going to be straight up, and I've got enough room now because I found a very compact design that I can incorporate a long drop in here as well. So a quick way down and a quick way up. So I'm looking forward to that. Now the design of zipper elevator that I found on YouTube was the bloke who put the video out was a Whiteout, OOH Whiteout. I did see a couple other designs similar to the one he showed on other tutorials, so I've got no idea who actually developed this, but it worked quite well. I have got another design which I used in another world, which worked okay. It still works okay in that one, but I cannot get it to work in this one, or in my creative world. So I don't know whether I'm doing something wrong with it or not. But this one was more compact. It's only about 4 wide rather than 7, or 4 deep rather than 7 deep. So that gives me enough room to put the long drop in. I'm not 100% sure. I think I'll probably come up and face the bedroom and then go up from there. Anyway, I'll take you to my creative world and show you a small build of that elevator. Okay, here we are. This is the back of the elevator. As you can see, in total, it's only 4 deep in width. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 wide. In the front here, this front portion here is purely for aesthetics. You don't actually need it, so in reality the thing is only 3 deep. I only did this to make it look better. And this one here is a long drop, just made with half slabs and some glass down the bottom here. So quite simply, it just pushes you up, and then there's a couple of extra pistons here which push you off. Now, you have to remember with zipper elevators that if you don't step off quickly or have pistons like this to push you off, you will fall all the way down and die. And the long drop works well. Now, at higher levels, you may need to put 2 blocks of water in here. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't really tested that. Okay, I'll show you the other elevator, or the original zippervator in my other world. I actually had about 3 here trying to get it to work and couldn't figure out for the life of me how to get it going again. So this one works, so I'm going to use this design. Back again, this is an earlier world that I had. One of the reasons I started up was that there were a few changes. And there were just things in this world that made it very difficult to do a lot of the things that I wanted to do. It just seems like the entire underground where I was spawned was basically like Swiss cheese. There's more holes than there was rock. It made it very, very difficult to light up, and you see even here I haven't fully succeeded. I opened up the top of this ravine to make a sort of a base in here, and I actually quite like it. But this is a zippervator that I made up, and this particular design is fairly simple, but for some reason I couldn't get it to work in here. The reason that's dirt is because I was getting in here trying to figure out exactly how I'd done it. It's basically just repeaters and redstone. Excuse me. All the way up. I thought it was fairly simple. The timing is crucial, but I did everything exactly the same as here, and I could not get it to work in my creative world. So not quite sure what's going on there. So I went on YouTube and found that other design. And just a simple long drop. Anyway, we'll get on to building the new one. Okay, just getting the last of the resources out. Okay, that's the last of that then. Bit of lag there. Okay, I've got plenty of cooked stone. I brought all the redstone across from the other side there. Yeah. Stone. Okay, that'll do for a start, I think. Okay, just realised with the obsidian floor over there I need to get another diamond pickaxe. So I've got some EXP. I've got a diamond pickaxe. Let's go and see what we can see. Okay, 46. Wow, isn't that fantastic? Well, that'll have to do. Okay, here we are, ready to start the elevator. Start the basic concept. Now on these ones, the redstone torches go on those. Alright, I'll continue on with this and show you some progress as we get through. Okay, well it's the elevator built. So it goes up nicely. I've still got to fix up the top there and just for some beautification. Oops. Anyway, so I'll finish up here and we'll have a look at the finished product once it's done. Okay, all finished, all prettied up, and finished the long drop as well. Let's take this baby for a spin. Okay, so I've got a couple of pistons up the top here which push you off so you don't fall back down and die. And here's the long drop. Yeah, that is 2 water source blocks there. If you use one, you die, as I found out. Okay, well, that's it, and I'll see you later. Cheers.